Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel for another Stalker mod showcases. This time May, huh? It's like summer is coming very quickly, and so are my summer holidays, which I can barely wait so I can, rest, recover, and play video games. And do other stuff. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But don't worry, I'll be uploading content. As you know, you guys don't need to worry about it. Stalker Soup will continue, as will Apocalypses. And, what's the other one? I forgot. Isn't that great? This is what happens when you have too many mods you play. Oh yeah, Anomaly. Special Anomaly, I forgot, sorry. Must be the old age getting to me. Anyway, so for the first mod with this month, we have Call of the Zone, the Harmont flavor. This is for Stalker Call of Chernobyl. It is a standalone, and it's a repack centered around visual upgrades, challenge content, and quality of life. So, some of its features are Dr. X Call of the Zone Community Update 2, the Zone Next Door, TRX Zone FM, THAP Call of the Zone, Boxbreaker, It Medkit Scheme, more dynamic anomaly, no music at night, no more lens flare, Call of the Zone, epic machines empowered monsters, Call of the Zone, Masca 2.2 Call of the Zone, death animations, Call of the Zone, less is more, Call of the Zone, the Connet project, Call of the Zone, Call of the Zone menu, no emission task, Talk to Anyone, Call of the Zone death animations, Dance Need More Artifacts expansion, Smurfville Cave animations, Ron's repeatable quests, Call of the Zone weapon pack, important NPCs teleport on spawn, background radiation, Weapons It effects, important NPCs teleport on spawn, Dynamic Nocturnal Mutants, Action AI for Call of the Zone, Ron's Medic expansion, Call of Chernobyl Relay Chat, Remove Emission Task, TRX Sound Revamp. So those are the add-ons that were added on this compilation for Call of the Zone, literally. So for what I've played, the visuals, pretty much vanilla Call of the Zone. The gunplay actually feels realistic, yeah, and the storyline is Call of the Zone, literally, which if you haven't played yet, I would highly recommend to. Anyway, that's pretty much about this mod. As always, download links and everything needed will be in the description. Next we have Stalker, Clear Sky, Last Fallout Overhaul. This is a mod for Stalker Sky. This one's also standalone. And basically it's a complete overhaul for Stalker Sky, which adds visual changes, gunplay changes, adds new levels, new quests, and much more. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Clear Sky mod. So, features porting of the Call of Pripyat helmet, Call of Pripyat boosters, also known as drugs like the what's it called, the Hercules string that allows it to carry more weight for a specified amount of time. Like you can carry like 20 more kilograms during 5 minutes or so on. Adding two different inventory and HUDs, changeable in-game options, porting Lost Alpha torch batteries and fix it for last Fallout, adding torch slot and 3 different light torches, standard, advanced and military. Battery for torch detector is needed now. Removed last Alpha 1 and had advanced X-ray battery. Weather rework, level rework again, updating a bit of stuff from old good old S.T.A.L.K.E.R mod, adding monster respawns, adding repair tool for helmet, a lot of in-game options, for example head bobbing, PTP scopes, etc. PTP no, PIP scopes, I apologize for that. 2 different inventory designs, able to be changed in-game options. 2 different HUD designs, one last Fallout HUD and the other one the vanilla HUD, also able to be changed in game. Now condition icons on a HUD for helmet, weapon, suit, overweight, satiety, first infection, etc. Actually that was new condition icons, not now. Apparently I don't know how to read now too. Anyway, added Jupiter Underground, Jupiter Zaton and Outskirt, full playable and full spawn with old last Fallout 2018 subquests, but it's more like a modded resource, for other people to add into the game than a gameplay feature. Gunslinger bone system for weapons. Now we have all scopes on one weapon model and visual upgrades thanks to Serpot for porting. All credits go to some Gunslinger orders. I'm really sorry if I butchered the names, but dyslexia and old age. Changes scope model PS1, PSO1 and 1P79 and metal. Jesus, it's really bad. And weapon model L96 with models from boomsticks and sharpsticks. Thanks to this order for permissions, adding 4 languages: Polish, Russian, English and German, all able to be changed in game. New main menu background from @Suzel, rework of main menu, rework of debug menu needed for modders, adding now all scopes to Warsaw weapons, repair kits for element added, special Eden diamonds, now you can find 1 diamond on all locations. Well, that's interesting. Is that like some sort of, what do you call it? Artifact? I don't know. Rebalance of custom items, of consumables, many particles from cinematic VFX, particle effect add-on, a lot of small changes, restore explosion stat for outfit info, UI prefetch from new project, port multi-atlas feature from anomaly, allowed to change upgrade icon color by config, weapon icon at HUD, UI booster info, visible artifacts without detector from Lost Alpha, bug fixes for attachments by V2, V3, V4, artifact panel from Shadow of Chernobyl, some translated to Russian language, numbers before answers from Call of Pripyat, in-game language changing from Open X-Ray, knife stats, OGSE, screen space, sunshafts, final mission is finally fixed, anomaly movement layer, Discord RPC, split skeleton arms from anomaly, land flares SFZ, and animations for items. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? So for what I played, I like the visuals, the new additions, like the additional levels, the gunplay is great, and so is the available amount of weapons and gameplay features. So as always, download links will be in the description. Next we have Stalker FM. This is a mod for Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. This one is not a standalone, and you require version 1.06 of Stalker. So this mod, the events take place sometime after the original story of Shadow of Chernobyl. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant has been covered with a protective dome. Mutants are rampant on the radar, the life of a stalker is difficult and unsightly, there is no free play, there are 5 different endings, and one of which allows you to return to the zone. So, for features we have that Fox will speak after Agroprom 100%, regardless of the choice of dialogue options when dealing with bandits, excluded doubles of Fox, Mir, regardless of the actions / pranks of the player. The gas mask icon has been returned. Random delivery of all quest caches from any stalker is excluded. Quest caches will be given out only in the story. So, fixed inventory and search menu for wine monitors. Chef now has its own individual look because the cook is from duty. Native icons were made for all quest characters, and not as before, everyone has a wolf icon. The type of SMS has been slightly changed. First the order of the message is displayed, then the text of the message itself. A jar of urine from the counter has got its own icon. Notepad is now different from Note, both visually and iconically. F-Psycho's endless dialogue is now a one-time use, but nevertheless we will be able to hand over the flash drive to both Max and the cook if required. The quest for a laptop, a cipher machine for the secretary has been slightly changed. The function called piston issue for the beginning of dialogues has been moved to the end of the dialogue. Almost all dialogues in the mod have been corrected. Syntax, punctuation, panel typos, other errors replaced by, necessary punctuation. Strengthen Pseudo Giant, and that was some kind of jerk. Jerko was harder to kill. Fix build weather, the panoramic mod message that appears on a specific weather cycle should no longer appear. Gray's loop phrase, well done men, we are them, in the anger at the garbage has been fixed. Fixed early receipt of the task, there is no one to give, return to Sidorovich. The corpse set tunnel will appear only when Sider asks to take the parcel. Remove the auto quest, protect the camp from the attack of bandits at the garbage when moving from the agroprom, which then cannot be handed over to bartender, and after a day it goes into failure. The miser now has infinite money, like all merchants. If we start After installing the update, then the role models for the AK Quickfire and the L.R. Sniper will correspond to the skinny models. Fix the endless supply of first aid kits during the end with the guide Vasily. Vazia will give out only one. A stub was made from the premature eat on the agroprom and ends the breakage of the plot. The quest protect newcomers to the village from mercenaries has been reworked. Now it is counted when killing mercenaries and not like before. The fan has been removed completely since the mod is not involved in the plot. The quest to protect is now issued by Sidorovich. Protect the rookie village. Yes, and the visual repeated uncles from the Hollow. Okay. Strengthen fed the Zagbayets hostage with bandits on Agroprom. Now he also dies, but not so fast. Fix crashed on Brom Storm. The native name of the artifact Empty was returned. It used to be Battery for some reason. Remove the ability to return to the bar from the warehouses. For what I played, this is an old school mod with old school visuals, as S.T.A.L.K.E.R is not the main character, as you can probably figure that out. It has an interesting story. Some of the quests are, recycled from the original Shadow of Chernobyl. I enjoy the gunplay and the gun visuals, as guns feel effective, as you can call them that. And that's pretty much it about this mod. As always, download links in the description, not just for the mod, but also the translation. Finally, we have the mod Messenger. This is a mod for Stalker Call of Pripyat. It is not a standalone, you need the Stalker Call of Pripyat installed in order to play it. So the Messenger is the prologue of to the mod Bad Company, which I haven't actually looked at it yet. That's actually quite interesting. It tells about who Mason is and how he made a lot of problems and enemies or friends. To put it bluntly, the main character is a mercenary. His task is to infiltrate a group of diggers and find out all their plans. At first glance, the task is simple. So features a new location called Dump, also the only location in the game. The dump is inhabited by both new and old factions. Anomalies and mutants, especially radiation, are still the most dangerous phenomena in the zone. There are no emissions. The caches placed all over the map will sometimes be the only source to replenish the medical kit and ammunition. New plot. In addition to the main plot, the modification contains several more branches in parallel, which in course of the passage will one way or another ask for this passage. However, this is not necessary. Okay. Excuse me for that. A system has been introduced for passing some tasks in co-op with various characters who can not only die but also be offended if you go too far from them. Okay. In the expenses of the landfill, you can stumble upon stalkers who are in trouble. If you help them, then in the future they will help you in completing some missions. That's actually interesting. Achievements will now be issued to the player in a new way. I will not list everything, but I will note that you have the opportunity to earn up to 8 new awards. Stalkers in the camp often chat about what is happening in the zone, including your adventures, but sometimes in their conversations you can stumble upon information that can help you in passing. Easter eggs, there are plenty of them in the game. The most attentive will be rewarded with interesting messages. Command channel is the only way to communicate with each other at a distance. Be careful, sometimes messages can be addressed to you. Interesting. So for what I played, the gunplay is vanilla, but the story is interesting. So yeah, this is also a very short and nice mod to play. As always, the free links, Jesus, the download links, not just for the mod, but the translation will be in the description. Well guys, and that's all for this month. As always, I would like to give a shout out for the Sea Consciousness group for their work with the translations, as if it weren't for them there would be a lot of mods I wouldn't be playing. Anyway, as always, the download links will be in the description. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, stay safe and stay well, and I'll see you guys next time.